Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Roadshow. Enter at your own risk. I have to tell you, we've got a great show tonight. This is really exciting for us. To my left, Senior Dark, and we have special guest Crespo from Cinema Crespodiso. I hope I said that right.
You did, thank you.
Awesome. He's going to sit in with us this evening. We're going to recap some stuff that's going on in Orlando, Florida. Stuff from my vacation of North Carolina and Virginia. Chris, feel free to crack wise.
Will do.
Or whatever. Picture news is up. It's not a lot of local or national news, just a lot of pictures of things we've been up to, some of the vacation that I took, and a crazy man in the airport, which we'll get to pretty much right away. So I went on vacation for my birthday and hung out with my folks. We played some golf. There's some pictures up on the Facebook page of us playing. On my flight back, I encountered a crazy person. Basically how this started was I sat down rather early and watched the whole plane fill up. Mm-hmm. One guy comes on board, sweaty as fuck, this distant look in his eye, and he leaned into the partition between first class and coach, just sort of like this, and he had a cup of water. He had spilled half of it all over him. He was like, I'm super dehydrated. Like, he had an issue. He's wearing jeans, a dress shirt, a tie, and a Chicago White Sox hat. I'm looking around, and guess what? There's one seat empty on this plane, and it's directly behind me in the middle of a row of three people. They get him to his seat, make him give him the drink. Mm-hmm. You know, he's kind of like, I don't want to give you the, you know, you can just tell something. I kept looking behind me. I was like, this guy's going to stab me in the neck with a pin or something. Something's obviously going on. He starts just telling his life story to this poor lady beside him. You know, He was like, I've been in a relationship 12 years. I think he was more than drunk. He had to have been on something. Our flight team, God bless them. By the time we land, this asshole like passes out halfway through, wakes up, and he's belligerent. When we land, we're sitting on the plane. I'm waiting to get up. I'm just dying to get off because he's behind me. The door won't open to the plane. I don't know if it was electrical or what, but panic set in because everyone's standing. He had made the whole place uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. He's standing on his seat at this point. And Chris, man, I'm not shitting you. He is like up. His head is in the luggage thing.
And he's like crouching down. And
he's bitching. He's like, I've gained weight in my life and I've been slim in my life, but I've never been goddamn slow. And then he keeps patting this elderly lady's shoulder and he's like, but she's awesome because she listened to his bullshit story.
Yeah.
At this point, serious panic had set in. I was like, we're trapped on here. And I gotta be with him. Yeah. And flight attendant staff's doing nothing. And at first I was going to say something to him and be like, look, you know, it's not that far after 9/11. It was 5 or 6 days after. I'm flying back and this idiot's standing up in the seat. I just felt like I want to be like, fuck you guys. You need to handle shit like that. Once that door stuck and I felt trapped, there was no, I was like, I'm getting off here. I don't give a shit. I'll address it next time. Well, the story goes on, and you can look on my Vine or on our Facebook page in the picture news section. You can see this gentleman at the carousel for luggage. Crespo, what would you think if you just walked up behind a person? Mind you, I thought as soon as I got off the plane, I'd never see this guy again, thank God.
Right.
And he's standing right in front of me with a bag. He's got a folder in his hand like a probation. Like something weird is in there that he wouldn't stop fucking with.
Wow.
And if you flip through, you'll see him accosting a few people.
At the carousel.
Dude, he climbed over that thing. Some bags backed up in that black abyss that they come from.
Yeah.
He climbed over and was on it. The security guards at his level up on there coming forward. He stepped down. The guy saw him. Nobody did anything to stop this. Everybody was scared of him or something.
I'm surprised they didn't have one of those police, you know,
the air marshal.
Air marshal
should have tased his ass on the airplane as soon as he stood on the seat. This guy looks crazy. I see him. He's yelling at some dude in orange. What's up with this picture with the guy? He's wearing
the guy in orange. He was.
He's smiling at him. He's got one leg up and a hand on his knee, and he's like, "What, buddy?" He's totally entertained by this crazy man.
Here's what's going on. The guy. Look how he's in his Captain Morgan pose.
Yes.
This guy. I was sitting behind him on the plane. And I could see him just on the cusp of first class. And he was doing like this. And I mean, the guy's arms were like my legs.
He is wearing a sleeveless shirt.
You know how Kevin talks about Tom's leg looking like he wants to grill it?
Yeah.
This guy had a baseball on the top of his calf, and he was flexing it in the aisle the whole flight.
He's actually flexing
He's
it right
daring
now.
this guy to climb over there.
He's flexing his calf in this picture. You can see his muscle popping.
He was obsessed. He had his own name tattooed on his arm.
Wow.
Wow.
How do you know it's his own name? How do you know it's not his lover's name?
Yeah, well, it was the name said Jessie. I guess it could be a
that could
girl,
be a girl.
or it could be his wife or his
either or.
girlfriend
That
or
could be his
something.
mom, his
Yeah.
grandma,
That's
Grandma
true.
Jessie.
Wow.
I think this guy was getting ready. If he would have got out of place, he was about to just knock him out.
I think he was ready for him. That the Captain Morgan pose says, "I dare you."
Exactly. That
come
picture.
over, come on over.
And the one where the guy, all right, you're on the tram going from
Oh, have you seen that one where
this
he's got
one-
his head down and he's given up?
and you're so close to him. That's kind of a ballsy
I was
picture.
doing. Here's what I was doing. I'll show you.
Pretending the old, I'm playing Angry Birds, and and I snap a picture. Is that what you're doing?
Yep. I vined it. Sunni Simmons on Vine. I think you can also.
There's a Vine
somehow
of this guy?
Dude, I vined a lot of it. You know what's weird is right when he climbed the carousel, I should have been ready for action.
Yeah.
But I was in still picture mode, so I couldn't get to Vine before the security
would've
guy
been-
got there. I was like, please climb. What are the odds of this guy climbing it again?
That's
He's
that's
not
Tosh
gonna.
point oh Vine Gold, man, or video.
Send it in for me. I don't know where to send it.
ComedyCentral.com.
Oh man.
Man.
They'll steal it.
You know what's funny? Like, I'm surprised that people. I mean, seriously, I would have expected. The what they call him again? The marshal, the
Air marshal.
Air marshal. I would have expected that the stewardess or somebody there would have called the air marshal to monitor him throughout the flight, and then when coming down, they would interrogate him because. First of all, what was the date that you flew?
The day I flew to Charlotte, North Carolina was 9/11.
Okay, so
But the day that I flew back was the 20th from Charlotte.
well, either way,
And
the
he
thing
was
is,
with me into Orlando.
That whole time, that whole month, people usually start freaking out. They think that the terrorist is going to be attacking again, like they're going to make it like some kind of anniversary thing.
Right.
If they're smart, I mean, they're smart enough to do that. They're going to pick another moment, a different thing, and they might use one of our own people to mask the whole thing. So you know what I mean? So that's the thing that people probably were freaking out. Like
he's checking out for this guy.
He's
Right.
probably creating a diversion while somebody, be like,
or maybe some terrorist slipped him some
Yeah,
some
exactly.
bad mollies, and now he's on a bad drug trip, and he's a distraction.
yeah, exactly.
Dude, the give up picture in the
With his
tram.
with his head down, he does look like he's giving
There
up
was
on
another
life.
one where he was like looking up at the fucking sky,
Oh, he's contemplating God and existence.
Well,
and
there's
everything.
just stupid people walking around looking up and staring. We saw a guy today like staring into the sun, just like
Yeah.
like there's that kind of people out there.
Yeah, he
This
was
guy
in-
was distraught by something in his life, but he was I think
something's got him going.
I think he was chemically enhanced because
He's on them mollies.
Yeah, definitely.
He's sweating.
He looked like the type of person that he will do anything because he has nothing to lose. So that would make everybody freak out. Like, oh man,
this guy is gonna see
He's
this.
got that
and be like,
receding
"Man."
hairline going.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's got it. I don't know where his Boston or God, I always think Boston Red Sox. His Chicago
His hat's on
White
the seat
Sox.
next to him
Yeah,
under
that-
whatever that
yeah,
document
that
was.
folder
I
has
see it
got
right
a
there.
list of
I
documents.
see it right there. Yeah.
It's probably pictures of his wife banging some dude,
He said he had been with somebody for 12 years,
and she cheated on him.
and he was yelling in his phone at Carousel, like leaving her voicemails. and-
Maybe he has the report that the investigator gave him. Ah, yeah, she's cheating on you. Here's the results. Here's the pictures.
I tell you guys what, this wasn't one of the more entertaining parts of my trip, but it wasn't a bad thing that ruined a good time. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break and get a word from one of our wonderful 2 sponsors. And we'll come right back and I'll tell you guys about some more fun stuff that happened before I flew back to Orlando. We're going to work backward, unchronologically, if you will. Hang on for us. We'll be right back. Listen up, everybody. I need to talk to you real quick about Cat Ward Productions. Again, that is Cat Ward Productions. Photography, graphics, web, promotions, marketing, and more. Cat did the logo for the Roadshow. We couldn't have asked for better customer service, better vision, better hands-on working with representing our product. She can do the same for you, too. Contact Cat Ward at catwardproductions at gmail. That's CATWARD, catwardproductions at gmail.com. Get in touch with Kat. She will make your project look good. All right, so Chris Crespo, do you play golf at all?
You know, I like going to the driving range and
just
getting
hitting balls.
getting the driver hitting some balls out there, and I won't make a complete ass of myself. Well, I will make a complete ass of myself. But it's fun though. I've never hit the links though. I know enough to call them the links.
I am no good, but if you look on here,
I'm looking.
those pictures look. That's a good swing.
That's a good pose.
A pose. That was an action.
Saying, look,
Is that an action swing or are you posing? Come on. Let me know.
I played the fifth.
a little bit of each.
That's how I would love to hit the ball.
See, the thing is, you got to keep that one arm straight, and
Do you know how much beer you can drink on 18 holes of golf?
that isn't that what golfing is?
Yeah.
It's all about how much you can drink, and then you get to the 19th hole.
Okay, so the goal is to get as crazy, as trash as you can, and see how much you really can play while you're drunk.
But par is the worst that you can have.
Wow.
You're not allowed to bogey.
Yeah.
No, there's no way to stay.
How's drinking on all 18 holes and then drive around golf carts? How is that legal? That's drinking and driving, and there's people walking around.
Yeah, and then you're gonna leave there. Also.
No. Here's the
You're
loophole.
gonna drive for real.
For real on the highway.
Here's the loophole.
What's the loophole?
It's not a gas-powered vehicle.
Is that what it is?
Some of them are.
So does
but
that mean I could drive a Tesla drunk on I-4?
Ooh.
Okay, that's a little
I think this guy's been listening to our show. Easy, Chris. You can't fuck me on the first date. He's like, Tesla?
Oh, wow.
Is there anything about Tesla in our news? For once, no.
No.
We've talked about he's trying to go to space.
He's trying to go to space. He's got his
doing
rocket. He's doing a concept train to go from
What's that
like
called?
San
The
Francisco-
Hyperloop?
Yeah, Hyperloop.
Nice.
And then he's got the Tesla vehicle. And he
Dude,
also
the car.
has the
Have you seen the
SUV.
car?
Yeah, have you heard about the company that's renting them out now? There's a rental car company in L.A. They got a few Teslas. They didn't say how many they got, but they got a few of them. And for $500 a day, you can rent one, drive it around L.A.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Get a few friends together, throw in $100 each. You know.
Have you seen the SUV with the old Lambo doors?
No.
Like the straight X-wing.
That sounds awesome. Does it hover and go into the pass when you hit 80 miles an hour? 'Cause that would
Tires
be-
fold under.
Whenever I see a car with doors going up, that thing better go in the
There better be a
pass.
Mr. fucking Coffee in the back. Like you put trash.
The
and
Mr.
all these
Fusion.
beer cans into. Yeah.
I need fuel.
Marty.
Oh man,
I knew a movie guy would catch those references.
I had to throw some movie stuff in there. Where was this golfing taking place at?
This golf course, my cousin actually owns it. I feel
excuse
bad
me.
how
Oh,
the
wow.
no. Look at
Cousin owns it.
the state of it. I'd be embarrassed.
That's nice, though.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't
You
take
can't-
pictures of
you
the bad
can't tell.
parts.
Yeah, the pictures look pretty good to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's trees.
Yeah,
Golf
that's where you
cart.
don't want to hit.
There's water in the water traps. That's good. I assume there's sand in the sand traps. You spend a lot of time in the sand traps, Sonny.
No, not enough. Some of the old lakes are now sand traps. It's dried up.
Oh, okay. They can convert. They're convertible traps.
They're convertible.
Nice.
So other than that was one day of the whole time. We also did some racing. Do you ever watch racing or auto sports on TV, Mr. Crespo?
You know, for a little while, I was watching European rally racing.
That's cool.
I liked because they have the people like. Tons of people stand on the side of the road watching these guys flying down mountain roads with no shoulders.
Of course.
And then, of course, every race, somebody
goes over.
Someone's going to go over, and
They have a navigator, right?
They have a navigator. It's like, and he spit out crazy instructions.
hard right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even make sense, though. He's just like 30. He's just throwing out numbers and words like, what doesn't make any sense? But the driver knows he's got to, it's crazy.
Does the danger element attract you to it?
I think that's what it is. That's the most dangerous race driving in the world, televised, it seems, because people can die. I've seen people on the side of the road get wiped out by by Ford Focuses.
The spectacles, the people that
Wouldn't
are
you call
watching.
it a Ford
Yeah.
Foci?
Ford Foci. Yeah,
Focuses.
The
I
Focuses.
don't know who cares.
But yeah, I've watched some
So
rally
NASCAR,
racing.
by default, NASCAR's crashes have become boring. compared to off-road
I don't
like
know, they've
series
had
where
those-
there's a potential for real.
I don't know. They've had those recently, one where they hit the fences and like parts of the cars
Yeah,
are
the
flying
fans
into the
are
crowd.
dying now,
Yeah,
not the driver.
that's messed up, isn't it?
You're killing your audience
Hey, but
and
go-
protecting.
we need to go back to the Dale
star.
Earnhardt days.
I mean, I'm not big on NASCAR as you are, but a lot of people I've heard that people go for the crashes and stuff like that. And
Oh,
since
that's
they're
fine.
trying to be safe now, there's not much crash anymore. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, but those events are still going to be selling out, though, even without just
Oh,
the
yeah, and
thought
people
of
are
there
gonna
being
wanna
a
sit
crash.
there in the
People still
danger
want to
zone.
see it happen.
Yeah.
I don't. We're gonna sit higher.
You don't want to get hit in the face with a tire.
As long as the tire molds to my face where it's just part of me from here on, and I can go to any event and they'd feel sorry enough to sign it.
No,
And
no.
I can
And
meet
you're
my
in for
driver,
free.
then yeah, I'm there.
And I'm gonna be having my iPad and my USB mic so I can catch some sound effects. So.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get some real Foley. I don't mean
I
Mick
don't-
Foley.
Be
Like,
Yeah.
some intense
some
stuff.
real.
Definitely.
Like
So,
like a war scene.
Obviously, I love NASCAR. That's why we're having this conversation. We're gonna go to Charlotte 2 weeks from now,
Yeah.
and we're like you said, we're gonna sit there and we're gonna watch one and grill out and do the whole deal.
What race is that?
It's
going
called the
on
Bank
Charlotte?
of America 500.
That's so lame.
Yeah.
That's so annoying how all sporting events now are just been taken by corporate sponsors.
Oh
and
yeah.
the Staples Center, the Dunkin' Donuts Arena.
Yeah, it's starting to cheapen it. I mean, people are like,
Yeah,
whatever.
let's go see the Best Buy 400. It sounds the Bank of America.
They have a car, but they don't have a title sponsor.
Who,
But,
Best Buy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they literally sponsor a car.
Do you know what that race used to be called, or what's the track?
It's the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It
Charlotte
has
Motor
been called
Speedway.
the Lowe's Motor Speedway. At one point, Lowe's owned it.
Did it ever have a cigarette sponsor, like the Winston Cup or something like that?
Yeah, that was the title sponsor. Winston Cup was the title sponsor for 33 years.
For the whole circuit. Oh, okay.
And then individual.
I don't know much about
like
racing.
Crown Royal gives away like a bunch of guys like us can mail this thing in, and they'd be like, all right, you three, you've won this. Now at Richmond, we're going to call it the whatever 400 that we come up with.
Oh.
And they treat us awesome
Oh, that's
and
cool.
put us at that race. Like
Crazy.
There's crazy things like that going on.
That's insane.
We did some more local style, some down home NASCAR home track stuff. I don't know where the pictures are. I can't find them. But me and my dad, we worked on a team with Justin Snow, and it's a late model team, an up and coming NASCAR sanctioned event, but not, obviously he's not the stars with Jeff Gordon and all of them.
Right.
But we're going to put some pictures up of that on our Facebook page, the Sunni Simmons Roadshow page. And we're also on Twitter at the SS Roadshow. We're going to put those pictures up, take one more break, and give some love to a sponsor. And we will be back with more from South Boston, Virginia. Welcome to SinisterGuitarPicks.com, home of the Metal Edge Guitar Picks. Sinister Guitar Picks is the only guitar pick company to make picks with real metal edges without the entire pick being made out of metal. Our picks produce a superior tone, faster attack, and they are way more durable than standard picks. If you don't believe us, go to our testimonial page and hear what other guitarists have to say. Sinister is more than just a guitar pick company, it's a lifestyle. Check out our clothing line, jewelry, and accessories to show everyone your love for music and that you're living this Sinister lifestyle. Again, visit SinisterGuitarPicks.com. All right, what do you guys think about that video we just watched?
Unbelievable.
Getty Lee,
Alex Lifeson
yeah, well, I was going
was
to say
on some shit.
Getty Lee,
Popping them mollies.
he had
blah, blah, blah.
Getty had done an interview with Blabbermouth or some website that had said he thought that Alex Lifeson had lost his marbles.
He did.
So I had asked the guys to pull up the video, and we watched him blah 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 blah.
For about 5 solid minutes of blah, blah, blah.
Jeez, yeah,
A
that was
sincere-
a lot of blah.
That was ridiculous.
The nature of the article that made me find it sounded negative, but I think that was funny as hell, and most of the crowd didn't give a shit either.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's not like people are like, what's going on? They were laughing at him. Were they laughing at him or with him? What were they doing?
I don't think Alex Lifeson cares
Either way,
Right.
it blended in so good, he don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Nobody, no security
they're
tackled
super
him
rich.
off the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's being inducted into a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, if somebody laughed at you or laughed with you, you'd be like, as long as you're laughing, I don't give a shit.
Who gives?
You know?
Right.
I thought it was amusing.
It's true.
I was
It is
expecting
amusing.
it to be bad.
You mean bad, like cringeworthy?
No, bad, like, I mean, the negative connotation that was put on the article.
Well,
was
how?
just kinda-
In what way? Like, did
It
the
just
article
sorta
make it
said,
sound like you went out there sig hailing everyone all of a sudden? Or?
No, not to that extreme, but
Maybe-
you could tell the guy just wanted to hate on Rush.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Those
A
people,
lot of people do that.
those people exist.
That's what it is. It's probably that, or somebody that's like super diehard expected something like elaborate, like something like, "Oh my God, thank you very much." You know, he wanted them to fucking cry.
I think he was
or
kind of
something.
laughing in the
Right.
face of the industry because it's taken them this long to get in there.
It is.
I mean, dude,
it
they
has been
started
the running
in the
joke.
late 60s.
Yeah, it's been a running joke that it's
They
taken
should
that
have
long.
been in.
Yeah, you're right, because
They're like
you
the
know what?
Susan Lucci of rock
Hey,
bands.
If you
know what?
listen to Tool or Primus, I know those are two first-hand bands I listen to that you can obviously tell are influenced by Rush.
King Crimson.
Of course.
They all
Them
sound the
too.
same. Faith No
Yeah.
More. They
Yeah.
take
King's
elements.
X.
Yes.
Even Dream Theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Queensryche.
Progressive.
It because they are progressive hard rock, and then that's where it comes all the progressive
Dude, the
metal.
Spirit of Radio is one of the best rhythmic and melodic songs meeting together that I know of.
Drewster Cogburn agrees with that for sure. The old Drewster.
Oh, I see the horns. It is Drew from your show is officially called Cinema Crespodiso.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Making sure I say it properly.
You got-
That's
you-
a lot of vowels.
You nailed it. You nailed
I've
it.
been saying it to myself as I fall asleep.
That's how you ensure sweet dreams every night.
That's right.
You say the name of the show 3 times. You slip off into sweet lullaby. It helps you if you take an Ambien and you drink a little bit too. But that's how you get into a nice night's sleep.
This is really creepy, but I like how awkward you're making me feel. I guess I'm a masochist.
Yeah.
Speaking of legendary bands that we like, Pink Floyd, Roger Waters actually said, I think I read this on RollingStone.com, the headline was that he was sorry for suing his bandmates.
That's something. All these years later, is he gonna?
I think he's desperate to get
you
David
can't give back
Gilmour
the
to play
time.
with.
to get back together.
I guess.
I don't know. That's pretty wild.
Richard Wright died, which they said at that point, they were like, dude, we cannot handle. He was a staple.
Yeah, it's like
mean-
it's like John Bonham dying. It's like it's kind of over. Freddie Mercury
Yeah,
died.
yeah.
This ain't working anymore.
Oh, yes, Adam Lambert. That's the biggest slap in the face to a band that I'm not even a huge fan of.
Isn't it? It's
But
like
let me
Sammy
take a
Hagar and
stand.
David Lee Roth.
Exactly. I have
Yes.
to take a stand and
Take a
say,
stand.
even though I don't like this,
Stand your ground.
that isn't right.
Yeah.
You know?
This is Florida, so you're allowed to stand your ground.
Oh,
Take that.
that's right.
Yeah. Pink Floyd, they've had one of the craziest band histories of any band. Pink Floyd has to be up there. The whole Sid Barrett going crazy, and he's in a mental institution
Then
for a
he
while.
stayed in his mom's basement, didn't he?
That was before he go into the hospital, I think.
Oh, and they finally
and
took him.
then, yeah, I think
He
his
died within the decade. Like, it was...
He died. He did die recently, didn't he?
Well, I wouldn't say recently. I'm
Like within
talking
the last
7, 8,
15 years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
maybe 10.
I remember him dying and being like, he was still alive. Like, I thought he had died already.
Yeah, because
Because you'd hear from him.
you know, when you're in a
after.
coma, you sort of fall off the map.
And then, Pink
Then
Floyd went
your
on.
Twitter isn't active. I mean, bank account's not moving.
Pink Floyd actually, they became huge after Barrett left anyway, but, still it's crazy. Crazy beginnings. Auspicious beginnings for an awesome band. Legendary.
Yeah, it's quite breathtaking. We just put some more pictures up if you want to look at Justin Snow at South Boston Speedway. I got some fairly invasive shots of him. I think we're putting the
nice.
window net up. I'm like in
Yeah.
his face. I'm getting the
Nice.
helmet. I just sort of wanted to.
Yeah, you just rolled up on him. Look at that.
Well, I was working with his crew. I didn't post the pictures of me with the headset and the mic and all that.
Oh, really? Were you putting the gas in the car? Which guy were you doing? I played Days of Thunder on the NES.
Our virtual pit crew consisted of, I sat in the trailer a large part of the day because the banking of the speedway was shining so much light on us, and I had forgotten a pair of sunglasses that I actually got a migraine headache.
Oh, that sucks.
And the hauler in the trailer isn't air conditioned. There's just a fan in there, but I sat there and hoped that the sun would set because the race actually occurred at night, but I couldn't get any good pictures. They don't have the budget for lighting like some of these bigger tracks do.
So then what's going on right here? Are this just a test run? What's going on?
Some of this is qualifying.
Qualifiers.
And some of it's practice.
All right.
You can tell when there's multiple cars on the track that he's practicing. We were there way early. As you can see, the seats are empty.
Right on.
But
At the South Boston,
South Boston Speedway.
which is not in Boston.
No, it's not. It is not in Massachusetts.
It's not even in Massachusetts.
It's in Virginia.
It's not even in the north.
Right.
It's in the South.
Yeah.
It's
Snouth.
the Boston of the South.
Snorth.
the middle South North.
We had a lot of fun. It's different than spectating. Like, we spectate sometimes also, just sit in the stands and get hammered.
Right.
But if you go in there with the team, you know, you check in at damn daybreak and you're there until the night and the race. I mean, it's a full day and you can't be drinking. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, like being on the other side of the fence, as they say.
So you're saying they don't let the drivers drink before they go out there on the track?
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. Ah, I got you. I
honestly don't think it is.
I got you. No, don't say no more. Wink, wink.
Nobody's drinking.
No problem. I got you.
Nobody's drinking.
No, you don't got to say that.
NASCAR guys are probably drinking.
No, they're hammered. Flasks.
Nobody's drinking.
We got you. That's why they wear the suits, right? So they can pee in them while they're driving. Because
Yeah,
they're so
and-
drunk.
It started running moonshine, but I mean, the day they put the mason jar in your hand as you take off, like we might be in for it. People in the stands are getting hurt these days more than the drivers themselves.
Well, they're hammered too, so everyone's drunk. Any sort of racing event, 99% of the people involved, racing or spectating, hammered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, that's just based on my observation as a non-observer.
This is another, what do you call this, a PSA. Don't sit too close at the racetrack.
Do not.
Especially if you're drinking. Do not.
Sit closer to the beer guys towards the back.
Make sure it's a holiday.
Or a drinking holiday? If you're going to drink and drive, do it on the holidays.
I, on my trip after I left the racetrack where you're not allowed to drink alcohol, even if you're working on a car when you're not driving a car, I think it's unfair. Anyway, I found New Belgium. Is it New Belgium Brewery? Is that their official name?
Yeah, New Belgium Brewery, I believe.
And they make Fat Tire. Everybody's a huge fan. It's just now making its way to this part of our wonderful country. I found a Pump Kick.
Where is that?
It's somewhere on the picture news.
I just passed a crazy sad guy again on the tram. That guy cracks me up. Pump Kick. Oh, here we go.
That guy will make you realize that your life is not that fucked.
Right? At least at this
is that
moment,
the weird fun that comes from him?
Yeah. That's affirmation.
I'm looking at this guy ready to pounce him like Clay Matthews would just fly off the line.
That guy needs some Pump Kick beer.
Pump Kick. Okay.
Ale. I'm sorry. Pump Kick ale.
It's got a pumpkin flair like all the seasonals do.
A little spicy.
Yeah.
There's something in there that has the kick. I'm trying to remember what I read on the
Is there a worm at the bottom of the bottle?
It is not mess kick. That mezcal. Bite the worm, you'll die. But no, it was really good. I enjoy like Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I'm a big fan of when it comes around this time of year.
Right on.
I like beers with that kind of flavor. So I was surprised to see this. It looks a little demented. It's beyond your happy, friendly, fucking buy this pumpkin beer. Let's go outside and look at the fall leaves.
The pumpkin jack-o'-lantern looks scared.
Yeah, it's almost like that's ready for Halloween.
Actually,
and
did the
you
guy
could
kick
sort
it?
of smile and you could take it to Thanksgiving.
Well, it's for adults, so they're not gonna make him look all happy.
Yeah,
like
I think
Charlie
most beer
Brown
is
or
for
something.
adults.
That's true. Most beer is for adults. Actually, it looks like in this picture that guy kicked the pumpkin. I think it's a 3D representation of a guy kicking the pumpkin, and the pumpkin's actually coming
there
at you.
Go. He's right. Look, the guy's like,
Pow! And the pumpkin's flying
and
at
you're getting
you.
a view from the pumpkin.
Okay.
All the way up
So
in the air.
it's like drink Pump Kick and get a face full of pumpkin.
Well, I was always drawn to the fact that it looks the pumpkin itself looks different than Halloween marketing normally is. It looks like
It looks like a Nightmare
like he's
Before
been
Elm
kicked
Street.
in the
Nightmare-
nuts.
What is it? Nightmare Before Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
Like
not
Tim Burton
smiling.
style. Yeah.
But I never noticed the guy back there because I was fixated on the
On the actual pumpkin itself,
because he
coming
looks
at
like
your
he's
face.
been kicked in the nuts, but instead it's the ass.
He was kicked in the ass.
So
Good
maybe
eye.
the CHOTUS kind of got, or the ABC, the Astabal connector.
That was good eye right there.
There you go.
Good eye, Chris Crespo.
Oh, thank you so
Can
much.
we get a ping? We'll put a sound effect in there and it'll look like you won. Because he has a movie chain game, which I always lose trying to play when I'm listening along. But anyway, I wish I could find this beer here. I know you guys would love this.
Well, like you said, they
was
just started rolling it out. So
yeah, I was at a liquor store here up the road, and they had regular Fat Tire, which is a sight in itself. It's not, we've been wanting Fat Tire so bad. I think
been hearing about it for
I feel
so
bad.
long.
It's like it's early for me to start bitching. Pump Kick isn't fucking here.
Right.
You
well,
know?
have you tried what are the other ones? Accumulation.
I have done 2 or 3 sample packs.
Oh,
Blue Paddle's really good. Ask Tom, the beer guy. He actually likes that beer.
the Blue Paddle.
Blue Paddle.
Okay.
They make one called Shift Lager, which SBK had at his live event.
Right on.
Multiple seasonals. I mean, they've got, what is it? Some kind of Sawgrass and Sunshine, and it's got the spring ale type.
Ooh.
They have tons of different beers besides Fat Tire.
Right on.
And this one was great. I was hoping it would be here.
Maybe at somewhere like a Total Wine or, an alcohol warehouse like that.
You might have to call it in
They
and
might
order
they
it.
might have it, or
Yeah.
they might be able to
They'll
order
order
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Distributors.
They'll probably keep it up until Thanksgiving.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, a pumpkin
Maybe till
at Christmas,
till
then
Christmas.
you switch to a
Winter. Now it's
it's winter
Now
ale.
it's just winter in general.
Yeah, then you get like cinnamon or apple flavor stuff.
Right. And then you drink it with apple pie, slice of apple pie.
Or was it eggnog and stuff?
Eggnog
Hey,
seems
imagine-
like it would make the perfect puke.
How about-
I've never drank enough of it because I don't like it to get sick on it.
Hey.
But it seems like a projectile milk
How about
would just
beer,
be the
anything
meanest
milky.
vomit, dude.
How about beer nog? No.
Yeah, that's probably what it'd come out like.
Yeah.
It
Beer
will be.
nog.
Yeah, stomach full of
I
beer.
haven't seen
and
nobody do that. I've seen eggnog, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, but
no one's
beer.
cracked that code yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough
Beer
one.
nog.
That's a tricky
That's
one.
dangerous thinking.
The person to figure out beer nog, that company, buy stock in that company.
Yeah, they might be onto something.
It'll be a Bud Light beer nog.
But like
But beer nog.
They figure it all out. They got the lime.
blog.
They'll get it.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, we know how to cook food around here. Did you see the pictures of my chicken? SBK is always going on, and I'll tell you the truth. He does barbecue, badass barbecue. I mean, he's brought it over, so I thought I'd throw a picture out
that was good.
to offer, what would you call it? A friendly welcome to who can do the best chicken thighs
Oh, it
and
was
legs.
good.
A bit of a challenge there.
No, it was really good. I got
What do
to
you
eat
think,
some of
Crespo?
it.
Does it look good?
Looks good. I like the before and the after. You got the ones that looks like you just put them on.
Yeah, the after one's blurry because of smoke and the flavor and the awesome
The seasonings and everything.
but I still get the idea.
No, they were really good. That's a tiny little grill too.
Is it? But yeah, you do have them. You got a little bit of crowding.
Yeah, he
on
stuffed
there.
them in there. He's just like, just made it fit in there because it was like what 12 wings.
The guy in the tram is
12,
between the
12
two
drumsticks.
chicken pictures.
Are you
so-
serious?
So I go like uncooked
How in the
chicken,
world?
guy on the tram with his head down, and then cooked chicken.
On mine, it's like guy, chicken, golf carts.
Oh no, weird. Mine's different.
Yeah,
Amazing pose.
That's awesome. That looks like good chicken.
It was
Feel free to bring some over next time.
yeah, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised. What did you season that in, or did Kat season it?
it was just what was it?
It was awesome. They were in this
Vine-
bowl and
it
they were
was
just
like-
standing up. Where you
It was
could just,
it was basically marinating there for like a good 2 days with like vinegar and a couple of.
he's like,
different
by the
herbs
way,
and-
since you
There
have
you go.
charcoal, it might be awesome to cook these now.
yeah,
and I was
definitely.
like, I got charcoal. Let's light it.
Let's do it.
Came out great.
Very nice.
Before we forget about music and band talk, which is usually at the forefront, even though this racing, golf, and food has been the theme of this week. Have you seen the cover of Revolver, Chris?
No.
With Korn in the family photo.
Oh, I can look it up here.
It is so. It's like I guess a trick at the old Kmart family. They're in Argyle, and they're all heads back. So it may.
It's like a
makes
Sears.
it look
It's like
so
one of those Sears pictures. You know when they show
Yeah,
you
when you
default,
just-
when you're
Or
gonna go in and
Kmart
be like,
or
oh, that's
Olin Mills.
What's really weird about it is all their hair. I think it's their hair that makes it like because they're doing the whole family portrait thing, but you got Fieldy with the crazy braids and
Look at James Monkey Schaefer up above him with the what do you call that? The Fire Marshal Bill lip.
Yeah. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
And then the new drummer shit's all oily.
It makes me laugh because it looks like, like, I don't know exactly which one they are, but probably the bottom ones are the parents and the kids are on the top. Right. So they all have that weird wacky face and they look more proper. the bass player, he's just looking, like he's trying to be all proper like the father, and then this guy over here.
I love how they're all in sweater vests.
I like the plaid one. The plaid Argyle look. That's all.
Oh, the drummers.
The drummer. That's the drummer.
One.
Yeah.
Greasy hair and everything. Just looking at it like. It's great.
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous.
They look amazing. I mean,
how old are these guys? I mean, goodness gracious.
I think they're
probably in their 40s.
They gotta be, right?
They gotta be in their 40s.
Yeah.
Because I know they were a little bit older.
damn close to
at least
it.
10 years older than us.
Man,
because their first album was in '94. And they were one of those
94.
Yeah, they were one of those bands back in the age when people worked really hard, and they toured like 5 to 7 months a year.
Yeah,
until the end of the '90s. I mean, that's a long time. As much as we love traveling, you get fucking tired at that point, dude.
Well, that's why they all went through some shit.
Yeah, they all go through some shit, and that's you separate that and dedicate your life to it. That's the only way you're gonna be on this cover.
And then heads back, so they're complete
riding
again.
The high
you know
wave,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Didn't he go all Christian on him?
He did, and he's still drug free and all that. He's probably
is he bringing that Christian element to Korn? Is Korn a Christian rock band now? Can we rely on them to spread the word of Jesus Christ to the people?
I wouldn't.
Because Dave
I think
Mustaine,
there's more qualified
Dave
people.
Mustaine's born again Christian.
That's
He's
right.
Still playing metal. You know what I'm
true.
saying?
But
they still sound badass.
But did he stop playing like old songs? Is he writing new songs now for Jesus?
Nah, I don't think so.
Because it's not like you can't have metal songs for Jesus. There are plenty of good metal bands that rock for Jesus.
I would think that
totally
as a
serious about
musician, I would think that like even if there's certain songs that would be real super satanic that you played before,
right?
There's songs that you wrote a while ago. You're still gonna feel the way you feel now, so it's not gonna affect you.
True. True.
And he's not gonna worry about that. The Christian people are gonna not listen to him anymore because he's like singing satanic stuff. But he's going to be able to just say, hey, I'm born again, but I'm still playing metal and stuff, and
and he can reconcile the two. Yeah, all right.
So. You know who I think doesn't give a shit about any of that? And I wasn't going to be a wise guy and say me, Slayer.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the story about Slayer?
No.
Where there was an instance where someone, this is a little bit older, someone had protested Jeff Hanneman's funeral. Those Westboro Baptist types. I'm not saying that it was them doing it, but some story like that had happened. And we have a picture of an article where a reporter, was it a reporter? We're pulling the story up. His name is Manfred, and he was attacked.
Peregrine?
Manfred Peregrine. And apparently it shows him in a hospital bed in a body cast.
Wow. Yeah.
And how do we zoom in on this where we can read the text? It's a pretty gruesome story.
So this guy was an ex-gay spokesman?
And
gossip columnist?
Yeah, he's a gossip columnist. I'm trying to get the picture up here where I can read it, or if you find it, feel free to, like I said, crack wise, but yet report the facts. Only the facts. What shows that? I think Crespo's more interested in Manfred Godfrey or whatever.
Manfred Peregrine.
Peregrine. This is from the National Report staff. They are a reputable news source on the internet, so that means it's true.
So what happened?
National Report celebrity gossip columnist and ex-gay spokesman Manfred Peregrine is currently recovering in a Los Angeles hospital after being assaulted by a group of angry Heshers.
There's no way this story is real.
Yeah, it is. Come on, man.
There's no way.
Hold on. It said Manfred's platonic life partner Chaz witnessed the event, but was fortunately not injured by the assaultants.
That sounds like National Enquirer crap.
Sitting by Manfred's bedside and still very shaken, Chaz described the confrontation to us over the phone.
Are you sure that's real? We have to
Yeah,
look
do you want to
into
hear
some
it?
Other
You
research.
want to hear his?
That sounds fake. That sounds
think-
like.
Did you read the
national-
quote? Have you read the quote?
Yeah, I've read the whole article. I liked it.
The quote about the poll
Yeah. It says, what was it?
where he says
One of them had a boombox and started to play this loud, angry music.
Okay,
I
that
was
sounds like
ushered
some
out of the
stupid-
group. Hold on, listen. This guy's going through some shit, man. That's when they began flailing against each other violently, with poor Manfred caught right in the middle. I watched as he was knocked to the pavement and stomped on by the gang.
Nah.
Come on, man, listen. When the police finally arrived, the crowd had dispersed, leaving only Manfred bloody and unconscious. They say he's in good shape. It's stable. That's what the doctors say.
Yeah.
None of his injuries were threatening.
Right.
It's not real.
Keep reading.
Several broken bones, a
Yeah.
concussion, and a pole shoved in his ass.
Fuck out of here.
It's not real.
I plan to stay by his side until he's better. I'll keep the national report up to date on the status. That sounds real.
Pole shoved up
No.
his ass. This isn't India,
No,
bro.
He's
no,
gay.
This is not real,
No.
dude. No, this is National Enquirer.
Well, they
crap.
said it
You know
wasn't
why?
life-threatening,
No,
so he
hey,
was
first
equipped
of all,
for it.
If it was really big, it would be in the news, or it would have been something that everybody would talk about.
Yeah.
This is fake. Yeah.
Well,
Hey.
look at
It's
all right,
funny,
look at
but
his,
it's
look at
fake.
his face down here and look at the picture and tell me that's not the same guy.
Dude, there's a thing called movie magic. They can just,
No, the guy in the picture looks nothing like him, but I'm just choosing to believe it.
Absolute. All right.
You know.
Fair enough.
hey, whatever.
Like,
No, dude.
look at his face.
It could be that they looked in a magazine and said, "Oh, let's use that
Peregrine. Who
picture
is
right there of
named
that
that?
guy, and then we'll just make up this story." No, this can't be real. This can't be real.
Do you still think it's funny?
I think it's funny, but it's not real.
In other news, as of March of this year, Bat Child found in cave.
Bat child?
Yeah. According to Weekly World News.
I think he's suggesting that this story is so ludicrous that it's like it's even with the National Enquirer.
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
heard of the National Report,
It's even.
and I'm a
with Bat
Slayer
Child.
fan, so I thought that
Wow.
he deserved it.
I don't know that, but I don't know. I feel bad for Slayer fans getting roped into this little fake story here.
Sounds like something that not for nothing, but it sounds like something like a religious group would try to do to kind of make
Sounds like media taking.
make them
Yeah.
make them more evil and be like, see if you
All
go
right,
to
I
this
didn't
type
do a
of
good job selling this
concerts,
to you guys.
You go to these
Don't
type
let your
of
kids
concerts.
listen to this music.
yeah, they'll get hurt.
They can only listen to Amy Grant.
Especially with the picture of Manfred at the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's smiling at the bottom.
how can you?
He looks like
Look at that toupee and the eyes.
picture. He looks like a guy that
That's
would
him
be,
in this bed.
That's him.
Yeah,
that
in
guy
there.
went to a Slayer concert.
Yeah.
No,
And that's him in this bed because
No,
he
he was at a
protested.
protest.
Yeah, he was outside.
He was at a
He was
protest
tailgating.
protesting.
He went down the wrong
I
alley.
don't know.
He did. He went down the
He
alley.
went down the
behind.
wrong row of
No,
cars.
I'm sorry.
That would have been us ready to pounce. We wouldn't have done that to a homosexual person.
No, he's an ex-gay.
Didn't it say? No, he was
Wow,
an ex-gay spokesperson.
Wow.
Right.
But didn't his lover state that he was like, they were doing some weird act called moshing where
Either
they
way.
flail against each other?
Either way,
In a
this-
chaotic dance.
Yes, like as a bloodlust
This has got
to,
be fake.
you know, a seance.
That's
Yeah.
gotta be fake.
That's definitely fake. Good story, though.
All right.
Good
well,
story.
This has been a good round of true or fake.
Hey, it's okay though.
New
You know,
segment.
entertaining.
Oh, I thought it was funny just because it was so over the top.
It is over the top. Good stuff.
I guess. What are you fellas up to this week? Have you got a show coming up soon?
Cinema Crespodiso comes out every Monday, so we're recording a new episode every weekend. And every Monday that it's available, ChrisCrespo.com, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, all that good stuff, aircheck.us.
What about YouTube, Twitter, Facebook? You got any handles you want to throw out?
Oh, well, I'm on Twitter at I am Chris Crespo, because there are a lot of imitators out there.
There's other Chris Crespo.
Other Chris Crespos, but I am Chris Crespo. So
And at Cinema
and the show is twitter.com/Crespodiso
Crespodiso. Okay.
because the whole thing didn't fit, and then facebook.com/Cinema Crespodiso and instagram.com/Cinema Crespodiso.
There you go.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna have an awesome show coming up. What are you reviewing? A favorite, or are you kind of? Do you ever just sort of say, "Man, I saw a shitty movie," and I
It
gotta
happens
review
all the
this
time.
thing"?
We review the new movies of the weekend, so I'm probably going to end up seeing Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. The first one's really good, but I don't know about the second one. I don't
Cloudy
know.
with a Chance of Meatballs.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is fucking great, guys. It's an awesome movie, I gotta say.
We should all sit down and watch it together.
We should.
And we could crack wise and do a.
You'll start cracking wise, but halfway through, you'll be like, this is
on
fantastic. We can record a commentary and release a special cross promotional show commentary
That would be
watching
great, yeah.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And what else has come out? Rush. Speaking of Rush, the movie, but
yeah,
it's, the racing movie.
F1 IndyCar.
Yeah, with Thor and some French guy. So.
And it was actually loosely based on a true story.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 2
superstars in that realm.
Yeah, 70s F1, 60s F1 racing.
They get out and flip birds era where they just.
I hope so. That would make it
But I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay, well, thank you, appreciate it. But so that's what we'll be reviewing on the next episode for sure.
I love racing, and from what I've heard, I'm not going to watch it, but we can argue that point after you've seen it. I haven't seen it. I'm just going on what people said.
All right.
And when you rope together a race car story, there's only one other way you can go, and they went that way. So, on that note, for Senior Dark, Mr. Chris Crespo, Drew, just horns in the air. You can follow us on Twitter at the SS Roadshow and on Facebook at SS Roadshow. On YouTube, please subscribe and look at our picture news fly by in brilliant colors as the sounds of our voice soothe you to sleep. We have drank so much, I apologize that that was a less than stellar outro, but the Roadshow must move on. Thank you, Chris, for having us.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
We appreciate having you on. And until next time, the Roadshow is getting on down the road.
Here's the real deal. This is me on an old telephone. I'm calling you, telling you that if you don't heed the warnings of this fart, don't laugh. This is not funny. I'm calling you on an old phone. Therefore, let me get more serious with you. I'm trying to calm down. If you don't heed the warnings of this fart, now you beatboxing? No, that was a fart. And you must heed the warning of this fart, or else the show is over.